Hi, I'm Maddie, and this is about the hypotheticals of biochemistry, or life as we don't know it. An organism must meet these 7 traits. The first one being able to maintain homeostasis, must be composed of cells, capable of metabolism, and it must be able to grow. Should be able to adapt to environments, respond to stimuli, and reproduce on its own, either sexually or asexually. So this definition raises the question of what happens when life doesn't look like this. Here on Earth, we have viruses, which don't necessarily fit this description. Viruses have always been described as being on the brink of life, and there's no consensus on whether they're alive or not alive. And they don't necessarily fit this definition, but they can fit this definition in certain circumstances. So even here on Earth, we haven't fully discovered what life means and what's included in that definition of life. To question what life might look like when it doesn't look like us, we first have to understand what our life looks like. We live in a carbon-based model. And that means that carbon, a tetravalent molecule, meaning it can form 4 covalent bonds, is the main backbone of the entire chemistry that we as organisms and just use. And then we use water, good old H2O, as we use this as a solvent. And this actually helps with thousands of chemical pathways that we just use to function. We use DNA or RNA as hereditary information. Now these are like the 3 pinnacles of carbon-based life and about life here, life as we know it. But when you question what happens when these change, things get really interesting. So carbon is right above this molecule called silicone. And silicone is also tetravalent and can make 4 covalent bonds. So theoretically, you can take silicon and make an entire new silicon-based life model. And there's actually a moon revolving around Saturn called Titan where this might be possible. The main problem with Titan, however, is that silicon is not necessarily abundant enough to make it easy for life to arise. So even though that might not be the ideal place to find it, there are definitely places outside of this universe where silicon-based life is more than possible. Similar compounds can create an entirely new model of biochemistry, which is why they're called hypotheticals, because we can't prove it, but we know it might be true. Only persistence and curiosity will reveal these secrets of life that are so shrouded in mystery and that govern our biological world.